Hey friends, and welcome back to this week's Self-Love Masterclass. My name is Renee. I'm a self-love teacher, coach, doula, and a Reiki master. And every single week we come back here to explore new ways to develop our self-esteem, our self-worth, and to create the inner wisdom so that we can manifest the life of our dreams. Thank you so much for being back here again this week. I love all of your questions and your comments. Man, I am just so feeling the love, so please keep them coming. Y'all, I think you're gonna be super excited about this video today. One, because it is one of the questions that I get asked almost all the time when I'm doing a one-on-one or a consultation with someone. It's one of my most frequently asked for videos here on YouTube. And also because I think I'm gonna share a perspective with you that a lot of people haven't heard before. But also what's coming up in this video, I'll be talking about just the different situations and the different kinds of people that we sort of need to avoid to make sure that our energy isn't drained. You know, if you are new to this channel, a lot of people like to take notes. So if you want to do that, now's the time for you to pause the video and then start it up again when you're ready. Or you can do what I like to do, and I create massive playlists. This video is going to be on the Self-Love Masterclass playlist that I have here, but you're also welcome to add it to any playlist that you have created of your own. All right, so let's just dive right into this. What is an energy vampire anyway? So the most common perspective is the idea that we sometimes get into an exchange, either, a conversation or an altercation or a situation with someone, and in the occurring of this conversation or this exchange, one person's energy is depleted and another person then takes someone else's energy. And while that's a good perspective, like it's possible that's happening, I don't really feel that it's the most empowering perspective, because it means that if we want to be responsible, we want to take care of ourselves, we've got to protect ourselves or defend ourselves from something. So here is the perspective that I want to offer you. There really isn't any such thing as an energy vampire. At any given moment in time, I can be the energy vampire, you can be the energy vampire, or we can be at the receiving end of somebody that we feel is an energy vampire. The reason for this is because whenever there is a misalignment or a mismatch in energy, so two people whose energies don't match, there's going to be a dip for one person or the other. We're always trying to balance our energy and balance ourselves out. Anytime you enter into a situation with someone, or you enter into an environment that doesn't feel congruent for you, that doesn't feel safe for you or comfortable for you or right for you, or there's something happening, something that is occurring either in the environment or that is being done by the person that you're in an exchange with, the longer you stay in that situation, the longer you allow the situation to continue, the more you're going to feel depleted because it isn't right for you. But what you want to notice is that maybe there are other people in the environment and it's not affecting them at all. It's important to understand that different energies and different actions, behaviors, words, language, that sort of thing will affect everybody differently. When you understand this, you understand that it's not fundamentally someone taking your energy. It's actually there's something happening for you that doesn't feel good or doesn't feel right or isn't okay with you. Then the solution to all this is to either address it or to limit your exposure to what's happening. When I'm working one-on-one with a client, basically what we do is we go through the list of people in their lives and we check out where they feel the most drained or depleted after being with or entering into a conversation with someone. And often what we see is that, once again, there are boundaries that are being violated, there are things that are not being said. It's just that the person is not able to be themselves completely, or they don't feel safe, happy, or comfortable around that person. So if you're watching this video, chances are that you're somebody who's super into self-help, books or videos. You're somebody who wants to spiritually grow. You're somebody who wants to evolve. You're somebody who wants to be more positive, who wants to leave the world a better place. You're just committed to being happy. You understand that happiness is not something that someone gives to you, but it's something that you need to create. And so you are introspecting, you are reflecting, and you are working on improving yourself. This is what we call personal development. Also, I have a lot of people who are attracted to my channel who are highly sensitive people, people who are empaths, people who are very intuitive. So if you fall into any of the categories or any of the characteristics of what I just listed, then here are the things that you need to be mindful of, or the kinds of people that you need to be mindful of, because they will trigger you. First, you really want to be wary of people who always see the negative in every situation, or people who are, the glass is always half empty. Because when you are trying to grow spiritually, you're trying to be more present, you're trying to be more positive and happy, you're trying to change your mindset. When you have a person who is constantly, saying you can't do this or you can't do that, or I'll never have this, I'll never have that, you'll never have this, you'll never amount to this or that. They also say things like shouldn't, or I hate this, or I hate that. They use very heavy, abrasive language. It's going to trigger you because that isn't what feels right for you or what resonates with you anymore. They may have other people in their life that resonates with them. Like they probably have a whole bunch of people in their life who also subscribe and use that kind of language, but for you that doesn't feel right. So it's important for you to have a direct conversation with them, letting them know, like, here's where I'm at in my life, this is what I'm working on for myself, and here's what I need to feel healthy and happy and to thrive. And the language that you're speaking in, I don't know, it makes me feel a little uncomfortable, or it's a little off for me. And if they're not able to listen to what you're saying, be open to shifting or certainly watching the language that they use when they're around you, then what's necessary for you is to limit your exposure to that person. Next, you want to be really mindful of people that have that take energy. Those are the people that you get on the phone with and it's like they talk 95% of the time and you're there just kind of like nodding and listening to them. They're the kind of people that are always borrowing your stuff, always taking your stuff, always asking for stuff. They're always late. Like they are just imposing on your energy. And a lot of the times why people who are highly sensitive or intuitive, empathic, people who are committed to growth and development often struggle with these kinds of people is because they're in our lives to teach us how to say no. They're in our lives to teach us and show us where we're still being a people pleaser, or where we're still trying to take care of others, where we're still putting others before ourselves. So the lesson here is for you to learn to say no, for all of us to learn how to say no, for us to ask for things, to tell that other person who's taking and taking and taking what we need to make sure that there's an equal exchange of energy that is happening at all times. If you cannot get to a place where there's an equal exchange of energy, then it's time to really evaluate whether or not this person belongs in your life. And if you feel that they are somebody that really has to stay in your life, like I know sometimes it's a family member, then spend time with them, be great with them, love them, but be true to yourself at the same time. Say no more often, speak up more often, and also don't feel guilty about limiting the amount of time that you spend with them. Okay, I could give you a whole list of all the different kinds of people that you want to avoid, but I'm going to give you one more. This is a really, really big one, okay? These are people who are constantly complaining. These are the people that it doesn't matter how wonderful life is, how awesome the weather is outside, how many awesome things are happening in their life. They are still constantly moaning, groaning, and complaining about something in their life. And when negative things happen, they blame everybody else. They blame the weather. Like they just cannot take any responsibility for anything that happens in their life. They act like a victim. And even when people offer them solutions or try to help them, they just complain and complain and complain and complain. These are not people who are just going through a hard time, or people who, just need to vent or need to clear their emotions or their feelings. These are people who are truly committed to being miserable. And it's hard when you have someone in your life that you love that is more committed to being miserable than they are to actually taking responsibility for their life and getting their you-know-what together. But you can't allow that energy or that negativity to bring you down. It's important for you to say when they are in their story, when they are in their narrative, it's important for you to address it and for you to say, you know what? Right now I'm feeling a little bit drained. I'm feeling a little bit tired. Let's change the conversation. Let's talk about something else. Let's look at how we can improve the situation or how we can make things better, because I don't want to keep focusing on the negative. And if they can't respect your feelings and they can't respect your point of view and they can't respect your perspective and your desire to be mentally healthy, then again, limit your exposure to them. When you are happy, when you are taking care of yourself, when you are loving yourself, you are the best partner, the best friend, the best employee. You are the best that you can be. I know it's scary, and I know we worry so much about the repercussions or what will happen if we speak up. But if we don't speak up, what will that cost us? At the end of the day, my friends, it's up to us to really decide who we're going to let in our lives, who we are going to allow to stay in our lives, and how we want to be treated. So this is your choice. What will you do from now on? As always, my friends, it has been such a pleasure doing this video for you. If this was helpful for you, if you really enjoyed it, I would appreciate if you would give the video a thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to share it with your friends and your family. Also, come on over and join our party on Instagram. I think we're at like 10.5 thousand people, and I just love posting there every single day. And last but not least, if you aren't already subscribed to this YouTube channel, please go ahead and hit the button wherever it is. Self-Love Masterclass comes out every single Tuesday, and I'm doing in-between Q&A vlogs, which I think you will love. All right, well, that's it for me. So I am gonna go and have some dinner, but until we see each other in the next video or on Instagram, don't you forget that we are in this together. Mwah.